Kuki Shinobu Best Builds. Kuki Shinobu will be one of the 4-star characters on Arataki Ito's rerun banner. She's a support character as her skill creates a ring that deals electro damage in pulses and heals the active character, while her burst generates an electro field that delivers continuous electro damage. The best build for premium users will be to equip her with the Freedom Sworn sword, as it has one of the highest base attack stats of any sword in the game, which is handy if you're trying to mop up foes with it. The secondary stat is even better for Kuki Shinobu, since it increases her elemental mastery. Shinobu's passive talent Heart's Repose buffs her skill's damage and healing effect based on elemental mastery. The passive ability also increases party's attack damage, helping Shinobu play a stronger support role. But if you don't have any Freedom Sword lying around, consider using the Favonius Sword or Sacrificial Sword. The Favonius Sword is incredibly good for energy recharge thanks to its secondary stat and a passive skill, while the Sacrificial Sword can reset the user's skill cooldown timer. As for free-to-play build, use a craftable sword Iron Sting, as its secondary stat grants an elemental mastery buff almost equal to the Freedom Sworn swords, and the passive skill gives the user a damage buff of 6% to 12% after they deal elemental damage, a buff which stacks twice. Since you can craft Iron Sting, and with materials that are easy to find, you can easily get the high-end damage boost. If you've gotten lucky on some weapon banners before, you could also try Lion's Roar. The secondary attack boost is fairly small, but it increases damage dealt to enemies afflicted with Electro and Pyro by 20%. Final is the Alley Flash, which increases the user's attack by 12% just for equipping the sword and has a high base attack stat to begin with. Since most of Shinobu's damage and healing depends on her HP, you'll want to buff that stat as much as possible, so if you can, prioritize artifacts with HP as their primary stat. 2-piece Tenacity of the Mill Lilith increases HP by 20%. 2-piece Noblesse Oblige increases elemental burst damage by 20%. There's a bit of flexibility here. Noblesse Oblige is ideal, since you can easily get 2 pieces just by leveling up your adventure rank. But if you want to buff Shinobu's skill, consider using a 2-piece Thundering Fury set, which grants a 15% buff to electro damage. Alternatively, if you want a burst-focused Shinobu, you could use the full 4-piece Noblesse Oblige set, which increases the party's attack by 20% after the wearer uses their burst. Thanks for watching, consider subscribing for more Genshin content.